Hey guys, I am IzDaisho, and I am here bringing you a gameplay commentary Call of Duty Black Ops. This commentary is not exactly like any of the others that I've given you guys, because this one is not my gameplay. This is gameplay of GoldGlove, and he's a commentator on YouTube, and he has, I think, about 50,000 subscribers. But basically he's doing this thing where he wants people to critique his gameplay, and he might put it on their channel if he thinks that it's good enough. So I'm gonna give it a shot. This was actually the first game that I looked, and I found a bunch of things that he could probably improve on, and I also found a bunch of things that he did well on. So right now he starts off, he's using the dual mag infield, and the one thing that I wanted to point out was that he's using Marathon. I don't know if he's using that to complete some challenges, but Marathon on Summit with an assault rifle is definitely not the best choice. There are much better options. For instance, he could run Hacker, which would allow him to see claymores and stuff, and there's a lot of situations where people put claymores to protect the middle building or anything and stuff like that. But earlier you saw him pick up the Olympia and reload it, and then pick up this infield. But once he realized that he didn't have sleight of hand, he probably shouldn't have wasted the time to reload the gun, because he knows that if you're using an Olympia, there's no chance you're going to use sleight of hand. There, he saw about 3 or 4 guys, and he stayed in the same room. There's no way he could have known that the guy was using an RPG. As you'll see later on in the video, the guy continually uses the RPG. But there's really no way he could have known the guy was using an RPG. But there he is again. That time he just didn't see him. There's nothing you can do. I mean, sometimes you just make mistakes and you don't see him. But either way, he shouldn't. In the previous encounter, he shouldn't have stuck around once he saw that there were so many enemies nearby. He should have just backed off, killed the guy, and meant to mind his own business. But right here, he accidentally stuns himself, and obviously that's never a good idea. But he manages to take out that guy, and I think it's the wrong move to sprint here, because basically what happened is he killed one guy, announced his position, and then sprinted towards where there might be enemies. So sprinting towards enemies is never a good idea. Then, of course, he tried to win an uneven battle. He could barely see the other guy's head. He could only see the head of the other dude, and the other guy had a perfect view of his entire body. So here I think he also makes another mistake. Sometimes you gotta lay off the trigger. So once he killed the first guy, he should really have just waited for half a second or a second, and then tried to shoot the other guy. But here he sees so many guys and he doesn't know what to do. And this is where I think he makes a mistake. Once he avoids the grenade, he should have went back, reloaded his gun, settled down for a couple minutes instead of trying to go out and take on enemies just with his pistol when they had fully auto weapons. So he calls in his napalm strike and then runs into it. And I don't know if he thought that this building would protect him since he was inside, but that's just a rookie mistake. So, I mean, I know he didn't do it on purpose, but definitely make sure not to call in your napalm strikes on top of you. It didn't really hurt him that much because he wasn't on much of a kill streak, but it's always a good idea to pay attention to your map terrain. And come on, GoldGlove, you got to see that one coming. But anyway, he is pretty much just chilling, waiting for some intel coming up. He gets a spy plane and a Blackbird, but right now I think he pulls a mistake that I do a lot, which is he pays too much attention to the Blackbird. I think he didn't see that guy because he was just glaring at the Blackbird, and he was hoping that that would protect him rather than actually looking. Then he goes right outside for the revenge kill, and accidentally throws the sticky against the wall. But it looked like when he drop shot that guy that he was going to walk a little bit out and then try to take that guy head on when he knew the guy was going to come to him. So that was also a slight mistake. But you see him again, he goes for the pistol kill. He gets it this time, but sometimes you just should wait, play it slow for a second. But there he puts down the claymore, and even though he sees on the Blackbird that everybody is in the building in the back, and obviously he knows that his teammate's got a chopper gunner up, so it's pretty unlikely that anybody's going to walk by that area, especially with the chopper gunner. They're just going to hide in the buildings. But either way, it doesn't hurt him, but you always want to keep your equipment if you think that you need it. But there again, he sprints into a battle. I guess he didn't exactly know that there was going to be a battle there, but he almost lost the gunfight because he was sprinting. But here he tries to do it again. He sprints from cover point to cover point. Sometimes it's just a better idea to walk. But in that situation, he was able to burst fire his assault rifle successfully, and the infield is not the greatest long range, but with burst fire, it's pretty effective at taking enemies out at long range, especially if they don't have one. But basically, he calls in his Napalm Strike, and I don't know what his full kill streak setup is because the highest he gets to is Napalm Strike, but he uses it pretty effectively, gets a bunch of kills with it this game. And this, I really, oh, he does get the SR-71 at the end of the game, but he doesn't get to use it. So unfortunately, I think he wanted to use a concussion grenade to kill that guy, but he didn't have any left. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this live video commentary thing of somebody else's gameplay, and if you did, then give it a thumbs up, and maybe I'll do it for some other people, even if they're not offering anything for their channel. So his final score was 22 and 6, 3.67 KD, and 4 assists, so he did pretty well. I don't think that he had anybody in his party, and he pretty much just destroyed the enemy team. So I hope you all have a nice day, and bye.